In a market full of sticker pack options and useless plastic clip-ons, it's good to see one car company building accessories that actually work and do something. Ford Australia has led the way in this regard, specifically with its Ranger Raptor, which is its own bespoke model. But now some of that technology, particularly its suspension components, are starting to filter down into the range to the lower models. That's when Ford's introduced this new FX4 MAX model. It's kind of like a Ranger Raptor Lite, but not quite there either. The one thing that Ford has done with this car, which was always a complaint with the Ranger Raptor, is that it's retained the full 3,500 kilogram towing capacity and 1 ton load capacity, because it's still got leaf springs in the back, unlike the Ranger Raptor, which has coils. But it's got Fox shocks, it's got bespoke suspension, the rear shocks are remote res, got all the good gear to help it handle and go well on and off road. Sure, it's still got some of the bits you don't need, like a sticker pack that you could probably sell to Blind Freddy and a sports bar on the back that does absolutely nothing but get in the way, but it's still got some good bits too. It's got Fox Racing suspension, BF Goodrich tyres on it, stylish grille which is borrowed from the Raptor as well, and nice seats and interior upgrades. A particularly nice feature inside is that accessory switch panel which is up on the dash. That's normally a useless little cubby hole up on top of the dash where your keys slide out of the way or whatever you put up there. Now they've put something useful there if you want to wire in your spotlights, winch, all those sorts of things. To support those accessories, the FX4 MAX comes with a higher output alternator at 250 amps. But it's not all the same spec as Raptor. And more importantly, what they've done is they've retained the Ranger's full 3,500 kilogram towing capacity and 1 ton payload, something you can't have in the Raptor with its coil spring rear end. The headline act of the FX4 MAX is its suspension package. Once again, it's the Fox Racing shocks, but they're not the internal bypass ones on the Ranger Raptor. These are a monotube design specifically made for this car. Ford Performance did all the work for this specifically here in Australia just for this FX4 MAX model. Let's put it through its paces on the tracks and see how it all comes together. The Ranger FX4 MAX is only available with a little 2-litre diesel engine and a 10-speed automatic transmission. It's not a bad thing, it still makes 500 Newton metres, but you can't get a manual gearbox with it and you can't get the bigger 3.2-litre 5-cylinder engine. That 2-litre engine really only does its best work when you got your foot flat on the floor and you extract the most out of it using all those gears in the gearbox. But the 10-speed gearbox does get a little bit lost between the gears, especially at low-speed applications. The FX4 MAX gets all the safety features that the Ranger comes with these days, including AEB and ESC and all those sorts of things. But if you want the adaptive cruise control and park assist system, that's an optional extra. In standard form, the FX4 MAX starts at $65,940. So it's much better value than, say, a Ranger Raptor, even though it's a different sort of car. Styling and features aside, the FX4 MAX is certainly a worthwhile package. The BF Goodrich tyres are great when you're on rocky roads, out back, anywhere you want to go, and the Fox suspension is world class. And that's not only for when you're off-road, it's even driving around town, wherever you are, it's a safety thing. The car handles are so much more controllable. And with the FX4 MAX, all this comes in a more affordable package than a Ranger Raptor with the updated towing capacity.